It's the Beckler and Seanna podcast, your daily download of X92.9's X Mornings with Beckler and Seanna.
Brought to you by Shane Homes. If it's your favorite, it's probably Shane Homes, Calgary's favorite home builder. See quick possessions and learn more about custom home options at shanehomes.com.
It's Tuesday, July 28th, 2026. I'm Beckler.
Oh, you only have 3 more days left to do that. Hey?
Yeah, and then we're on to August, which isn't as much fun.
Jeez.
How are you now?
I'm good. This weather's lovely.
It's hot again.
It's hot.
Very hot. Very humid.
Yeah, it's crazy. The forecast, like, not a thing but sunshine and hot weather in the forecast for the next 7 days. So that's crazy.
We could use a little rain.
We could.
At some point this week, because things are going to dry right out. But
Yeah, it's getting a little bit scary when it comes to, fear of fires, but
it's full on summer.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Saskatchewan over the weekend for some baseball. Took yesterday off because we got in late on Sunday and just had a really nice day catching up, getting
Nice.
stuff done. Went to the beach.
Awesome.
Nice to be back though, and I think we had a fun show.
We did.
Type of snobs, a funny voice, a funny ad that I got on Instagram. Your energy rebate checks should be going out. Shauna got hers. Something that I'm finding everywhere. We'll talk about road widening and the theory that it actually leads to worse traffic, adding extra lanes on freeways and that. We had some fun at the end of last week, which we kind of hinted at on the podcast, but we'll tell you more about that.
Yeah.
Shauna has some questions about something that you have definitely seen in stores. Something I noticed on my drive this weekend, and we had a pretty good laugh after you're out of context. Clip. Sure, go ahead. Let's see how it sounds.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
A friend posted a photo of his dog right in front of the fan, legs spread wide open, just spread eagle, having a little nappy poo, and I was like, that's hilarious. Doesn't have air conditioning, hot in the house, obviously. Dog was hot.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I was like, that's genius. Really, though.
I have heard it said, I think, actually, that the gooch is the human thermostat.
Oh, yeah. Well, that checks out, right?
That's kind of what regulates the temperature.
It really makes perfect
Your
sense.
Taint is running hot. You're going to be hot. If you can keep that cool, you'll be all right.
And no shame at this time of year, slip an ice cube in there if you need to. I don't care, whatever you got to do, because it's getting hot and we're going to be hot for quite some time here. But I was thinking...
Just thinking that you have an ice pack in your undercarriage. When it's like, it's hot out, hey, you're like, I'm getting by.
I was thinking about this. I was like, these are genius ideas that I never really thought about before. First of all, like, you could have your own little miniature fan for your gonads, and you just slip that. Kind of like, mascot uniforms. So they got the fan that's inside to keep it cool.
Yeah.
You could have that in your gitch,
your
right?
pants.
A little baby.
Gitch fan.
A little gitch
You're
fan.
talking about a gitch fan.
A little beef brisket fan down there, and it's just in case. Or, as you said, you could have a little ice pack that you slip in there and you keep it cool. They always say that, like, heat escapes from your head and your feet first.
That's wrong. Nope. Everybody knows.
Nope. It's from your bobbers and your bits,
definitely
okay?
From the gooch. Yeah, it's definitely from the gooch. I think what you should do is take a pad, soak it, put it in the freezer, and then I think don't women do this after they give birth?
Yeah, probably.
Just to kind of help with the...
I haven't given birth, so I'm not sure, but I'm sure that there's this, like a cooling gel of sorts. There's all kinds of stuff.
You tuck her right up under there, kind of like a...
Yep.
Right
You just pat that. You pat that right there. What were you patting there?
That.
Yeah? Do you want me to pat my sin cave?
Sure, go ahead. Let's see how it sounds.
There's people stopped outside at this stoplight. They're just looking over it. It says
Are we even allowed to do that? Are we going to get in trouble for that? Possible. So we got to talk about this.
Sorry.
What's this?
Sorry, my sand came. I just had to pat that down because we're trying to demonstrate that that's what you do to keep cool, okay? If we're going to get... We're going to... You know what we're going to do? We're going to get a complaint from the CRTC. So we're going to have to explain ourselves. How do you apologize publicly for that, by the way?
On the morning of July 28th at 7:42 a.m.
We're patting our wrinkleberries and our beef briskets here.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
So as I mentioned, we drove to Moose Jaw and Regina this past weekend for some baseball games. Lots of driving.
Lots of driving, yeah.
It's nice, though, because you're on the Trans-Canada Highway the whole way, which is double lane.
Yep.
That said, I assumed that since it's the Trans-Canada Highway, it would be fairly smooth. I was incorrect.
Nope.
parts of that highway are not in great shape. Mm-hmm. Briggs was trying to eat a soup in the passenger seat. Interesting road trip snack choice.
Strange one. Yeah.
Soup.
Strange soup. But yeah, lots of people do it.
And
that was cereal.
That was near impossible. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything out of a bowl like that on a bumpy highway.
Was it the Saskatchewan side of things where you found it was particularly bad?
This was the Alberta side.
Oh, crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
And one would hope that our national transcontinental highway system would be pretty nice, right?
You'd hope.
Bit of a jewel, but I suppose when you consider how much of it there is and the cost of maintaining it.
And how harsh the winters are on those highways. Like, it's impossible. I always think about that. I'm like, the roads in Regina are horrendous. And I'm like, it's like, they're the worst roads I've ever seen. And I think it's because it basically is so cold there, right? The ice just kind of glosses over on the road and it stays there. And it's so cold that they can't use a bunch of stuff to kind of melt it. And then those ruts and stuff. And then that happens for how many months? And then all of a sudden it melts. And you're like, yeah, the roads are in rough shape under that.
Yeah, the fact that Calgary's roads aren't worse given the freeze thaw is kind of amazing.
Yep.
We do a pretty good job of keeping on top of it.
We do.
Given the conditions that we're up against.
But you're right. If that was a representation of our nation as a whole, you'd hope that TransCanada would be in a bit better shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I was curious, I was like, what would it cost if you resurfaced the TransCanada Highway from coast to coast? Well, there's 7,800 kilometers of it. So depending on the estimate for resurfacing, ChatGPT told me between $10 and $20 billion.
Yep. So we're good. A couple patchworks here or there is probably a better idea.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Do they still have that tape by the doorways of convenience stores in case of robbers? You know what I'm talking about? On the door frames. There used to be this like measurement tape that would...
Oh, for the height.
For the height.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I've seen it for a while, but it used to be everywhere.
I was wondering about this because that's a crazy concept when you think about it. Like, they get robbed enough that they have to have measuring tape on the door frames so that you can measure up the robbers as they run away.
Yeah.
That's what this concept is about, right? And also, if you're, let's say, the employee of this store and you're getting robbed, are you really thinking about looking at the door frame as they escape out that door to just see if you can check their height at that time?
Yeah, traumatic moment. You've just been held up. 5'8".
Like, there's no way that ever, like, was that ever used? Was there ever any effectiveness to this? Or was it just supposed to be a mind frig for the robbers, right? Like, they know my height.
You're
Careful.
right. And it was everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm trying to think, like, I haven't seen it in a long time, and I'm like, I hope it still doesn't exist, because that does seem a bit stupid.
It's got to have an official name. What's it called?
I don't know. I don't know.
Convenience store
tape.
Robber height.
Robber tape.
I was thinking, like, could it be a reference point for security cameras, but you'd have to have a security camera sort of on the same plane.
Interesting.
Right? Because they're usually up high. Like they're up in the corner. And what good does that do you?
You know what, though? Now that you say it, I wonder if they put the tape on based on the angle of the camera. Is that why? Because sometimes they weren't even aligned. Like, some places you'd look and you'd be like, I'm not that tall. Like, that's wrong. So I wonder if that's because of the camera angle.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps.
Like, they go have someone who's 6 foot stand beside the door and then they watch in the camera and they're like
again,
a little higher.
Does that really help?
Higher.
Seriously. And, like, does that really help in the grand scheme? Oh, well, he's 5'7", not 6 foot, so now we can catch him, right? Or like you're running out the door as the robber, like, oh, no, better not steal that. They'll catch my height.
Sort of like the cameras at the entrance of Walmart. Like, they're just meant to remind you that you are, in fact, on camera. Yeah. So maybe you're about to steal, but you look over and you're like, oh, no, but then they'd know how tall I was.
Mm-hmm. Or the people who had those stickers that said, surveillance in this house. Have you ever seen those?
Oh, yeah.
I had a few friends who didn't actually have cameras. They're like, that'll tell them, though. They won't come in here because they're being watched.
But are you going to chance it?
It's true.
Are you going to chance it if you're
right?
Or you just go to the next house?
Is everything just a psychological mind freak for robbers? Okay.
Someone made a lot of money, whoever came up with that tape, because like you said, it was at the door of every single convenience store.
Everybody, yeah.
That's the one. If the police know how tall you are frig.
There's only one person who is 6 foot. Only one.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
We did something pretty fun at the end of last week.
Yeah, we did.
Which I don't think you mentioned yesterday on the show, did you?
No, I was waiting because we have a video to go along with it. We'll post that shortly. But yes, it's our next Employee of the Month.
We've started doing Employee of the Month because we don't have that award here. We never have, as far as I know.
Thought it was pretty funny because, yeah, again, most traditional workplaces will have that. It's a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek way of doing it, but we have a lot of employees upstairs who don't get recognized. We don't get to see them very often, and they do great work. And so this is our way of wanting to recognize them. We have this wrestling belt that I ordered online, real cheap ones, good.
A special tiara.
A little special tiara. And then we're trying to elevate it every time to be a little more ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So we started with the tiara and us walking around looking like idiots, wearing big birthday hats and all kinds of stuff. And then this past time, we got Alan the alpaca to come in.
The Alan the alpaca. The famous Alan.
I finally got to meet Alan the alpaca, which in the 13 years of living here, I've wanted to.
We've heard all about him. People see him driving around in a van. Yeah.
And we've talked about him on the air a ton. And finally, he arrived at the station to help with the Employee of the Month. That was part of the gift that our last employee, Jesse, our promo guy, got.
Yes.
Is Alan the alpaca in his office.
Put him in the elevator, took him upstairs, and next thing you know, there's
the office.
An alpaca in the office.
Yep.
It was a fun day.
It was a great day.
Yeah.
It was just phenomenal.
Alan's handler, Carly, is great.
Yes, she's great too.
Alan is a total character. What a personality on that dude.
Oh my God, I know. I want him as a friend.
The funniest thing is when Alan was about to arrive, Jesse came down here actually, and we're like, oh crap, he can't be down here when the alpaca gets here. Mm-hmm. So you told him, you're like, you got to go back upstairs for a minute. We're just doing something and you can't see it.
Yes.
And then you came in here and you're like, do you think he knows? And I was like, do I think that Jesse suspects he's about to get an alpaca in his office? No, I don't. I don't.
What I meant is some other people in the office knew about this, and I thought maybe because he said to me, he goes, do I have to pretend to be surprised? And I got so sad. I was like,
oh, he knew?
Oh no, I thought he knew. And then he said, no, he didn't know. I guess he thought he knew something was coming. I'm like, no, you don't have to be surprised. But yeah, I got scared. I was like, did Millions or somebody let him know? Because they knew about the alpaca, and I wanted to be a surprise. You're right, though. I didn't.
He's sitting up in his office. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I really would like it to be an alpaca.
It's got to be the alpaca. If it's not any other surprise, it's not a surprise at all.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
You and I were talking recently about the widening projects that have wrapped up recently in Calgary, right?
Yeah, they just finished, or they opened yesterday, I think, the Iverstrong Bridge, the south section of it.
That's exciting.
Yeah, and then all the work they've done on Deerfoot
North and
section.
stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, it seems like traffic is flowing a lot better, and it's fantastic. I didn't realize, though, that statistically, widening of these highways actually makes traffic worse over time. And
I've heard this claim before, and I'm skeptical, but...
Well, not immediately, right? So it's over time, and it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because the widening that happens then encourages people to drive more. So there's a bunch of different reasons why they say this happens, but again, during the time, like temporarily after, of course, it does increase the flow of traffic. But over time, it says that people then feel that they can drive more because there are more lanes available. People will be able to, or be more encouraged to live further out, because then they know that the traffic is more easy or more flowy, or there's more options and it's easier to get back downtown. So they say over time, especially in major cities. Obviously with us, we're probably, because our population isn't as big, not quite the same. But yeah, they are saying that over time, when you look at it, and study after study after study does prove that it actually encourages people to drive more, which then in turn, slowly and over time, increases the traffic on those roads. And then the widening has really done nothing at all.
Like I said, I have heard this argument, especially from the anti-car community, right? The people who don't like vehicle-centric design and that. And it doesn't make sense to me. First of all, it's kind of a chicken or egg thing, right? Like, if people want to live far out, you got to find a way to move them around. If people want to drive and are going to drive, you have to provide the infrastructure to do that.
100%. The better way to do it would be to better transit, right? Like, that's the bottom line. Is if you were to, your train system, for example, if that was better, then that would be the right solution.
Right.
Because this way, no matter what, with Calgary, we're talking about trying to make population density a better thing, or like more dense. And these sprawling neighborhoods, unfortunately, are encouraging, of course, more people to move further out, and then they have to commute back downtown if they want to get here. So if you don't have a robust transit system, the only way to do that is in vehicles. So, of course, as you say, we need the widening because we are going to have more cars, but it's just not helping with traffic overall. It's going to just continue to get worse and worse until we have 14 lanes of highway.
Our city is also growing like crazy.
It is.
So you have to, what is the alternative? When people say that, hey, adding another lane doesn't improve traffic. I'm like, so you're telling me that if Deerfoot was 2 lanes the whole way, it would be the same as it is now? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Well, they say that less people would want to drive at all because they're like, this is so insane that
just make it so bad that nobody wants to drive. That's the solution.
You know what's insane is some places have done it. I know. Well, they were talking about how in Houston they have that one highway that's now 26 lanes and they've spent billions of dollars on it, and traffic is so bad now and it's so much worse. And it's like, yep, it is going to constantly not do benefit unless, again, you need to do both, right? If we're going to widen the highways, you also need a better transit system.
Unfortunately, it is a zero-sum game, right?
Yeah, and that's just what I wish that we could focus a little more on, because we can keep widening these highways, and as you say, the population grows, we're going to have to, but eventually you can't widen them anymore, and then you're just going to have complete gridlock. Whereas if you also work on other options like a better transit system, that would also help.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
So because both of my kids play baseball, I have had to accept the fact that there is going to be red shale dust on most of the things that I own.
Yeah, especially when it's dry like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's dusty out there.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty meticulous about keeping our house and vehicles clean, but that dust is inescapable. It's just, during ball season, it is a constant presence. It's all over everything.
It gets in every orifice, whether you know it or not.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even when I used to play slow pitch, I remember I'd find it 3 days later. I'm like, I've showered 4 times. How is it still here?
I guess I wasn't being
on me.
thorough
I'm like,
enough.
what's going on? It's in my eardrums. You're like, oh, jeez.
I was trying to think if other hobbies would have something similar. Just evidence that is what you do. I think, I know if you play soccer or football on artificial turf, there are those little black pellets.
Yeah.
That will get everywhere.
It's true.
So I'm thinking soccer and football parents find those all over their house and in their laundry and stuff. But is there anything else?
I mean, with golf, you just find the tees everywhere, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've noticed that. But the only issue with that is if it gets stuck in your washing, and actually causes some problems, that's not good. But it's not like they're everywhere, right? It's just they can cause problems in the washing machine. Motocross, grease. There's some that some hobbies where grease could be everywhere, and grease is just a nasty thing because that ruins stuff.
Sure
right?
does.
Yeah.
I was thinking if you surf, probably sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sand would be a big one for sure. If you're a wine mom, then wine everywhere, just wine stains. Gotta be careful of that.
Teeth.
Yeah.
Wine stained teeth. I'm a wine mom.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Friend of the show, Jean-Luc mentioned chalk if you're a rock climber.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be on everything, right?
Never thought of that.
Ghostly handprints.
Yeah.
All over your stuff.
Or if you're a weightlifter, you use chalk, that too.
And there are some gyms that don't allow chalk for that reason.
Interesting.
The heavy powerlifter gyms will and stuff, but some of the commercial gyms say no chalk because it does make a mess.
Yeah. Could see that.
Don't know where this one is. I think it's friend of the show. Yeah, it's friend of the show, Ashley, who said dirt biking. You find mud and dirt everywhere.
Any kind of mud. Even if you're a Jeep man and you go in mud.
Yeah. Oh, what's this in my pocket? It's mud.
That just shows you're hardcore. That's a point of pride for them, really. It's like when those Jeeps, there's a couple in my building that clearly don't wash off after
they want you to see.
Oh yeah. And I'm like, that is you just being like, I was out in mud. I was mudding.
Doing Jeep things with my Jeep.
Got you. I'm Jeep Madden.
Sometimes you see four-wheelers and dirt bikes coming back from McLean Creek that are so full of mud.
Yeah.
I wonder how they will ever be fully clean again. It's how do you clean that? Is it $100 at the car wash to get that clean? It
would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does look fun though.
It does.
A friend of the show, Mike, said, speaking of ATVs, I guess he races them.
Yeah.
And he said when you're working on them, then you find washers and nuts everywhere. Anytime you have an extra nut, though, you're like, this is supposed to be somewhere, isn't it?
That's concerning.
What did I not put back together? The Beckler and Seanna podcast is brought to you by Shane Homes.
You know, it'd be a cool addition if you're going to customize your Shane Homes home, is a mudroom. Yeah.
Like a proper boot room?
I always think a boot room is awesome because, then it saves you from all of that getting into your house and you trucking all that in, right? You drop everything in your mud room, and then that's what they're great for. A friend of mine actually has that in their cabin. They've got this awesome boot room. And you just take all your wet stuff off after skiing and you leave it all there. And they have like boot dryers, and they've made this whole room, which is so awesome.
You could probably even do it with like a floor drain.
Yep.
And then tile the walls so you could just like hose it out if you needed to.
Yeah, you could just hose yourself down. Just have like a little human hose room,
rig
just
wash.
yourself. Just rig wash yourself and then continue on. Why not?
I believe they call it a shower. What you're talking about.
Oh, that's what that's for.
I know what you mean, though. And that would be sweet. Yeah, we kind of have our back entrance configured that way, but it's not ideal.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you were building a house from scratch.
There's lots of dog washes and stuff now in that room, too. So you have like a boot or mud room, and then you got your dog wash, and everybody's clean before they get into the main guts of the house. That's nice.
I actually considered replacing my utility sink in my garage with a dog wash.
Fun.
But Cooper doesn't like baths, so wouldn't get used enough to justify it.
That's fair.
Anyway, whatever you're imagining for your home, work with Shane Homes, and they'll make it a reality. ShaneHomes.com. Shane Homes.
It's a better way to build.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I got my energy rebate, Beckler.
Oh, nice.
Did you?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, your wife does that stuff
McKenna
for
is
you.
our financial manager.
Yeah, you don't do paperwork.
Nope.
I applied for it, and then I just got this e-transfer in my bank account for $100 straight from the government. And I was like, oh, there you
Sweet.
go. It is kind of nice that they're now sending e-transfers like this as well, unlike the physical checks. It's like you get it a lot more efficiently, and you're not wasting.
The check felt exciting, though.
Yeah, I know.
If they could send cash, that'd be even better.
It's true.
The check, it's just a number on a screen, right?
Although it's annoying because you have to then deposit the check.
Right.
Luckily now it's very nice because you can actually do that on your phone too. But still, it was really annoying when you the check. You're right. The check was fun to get, and then now I have to go to the damn bank with this thing.
It's one of the only good pieces of mail you'd ever get.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Normally they're parking tickets for me. But yeah, it is also a little bit funny, I find, that the government just e-transfers you too. I don't know. There's something less formal about that to me, you know? Like I just got randomly, it's an update. Oh, here, government sends you $100. I'm like, okay.
Password,
odd.
what up?
Yeah.
From the government.
The notes, yeah, boy.
I like the energy rebate. I think it's a great economic stimulus because nobody's putting that in savings.
Nope.
No one's tucking that $100 up under their cap.
Frig no.
They are going right to the mall. They're going straight to the Licky Poo. They're getting
I'm
Uber
going to the
Eats
casino.
for dinner. You're
That's
going to
what
the
I'm
Chino
thinking.
with
Straight,
yours. All right.
Straight casino. Drop it on rent.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Economic stimulus.
Yeah.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I got an ad on Instagram that caught my eye. It was a very sensual photo of a woman's body with a blanket obscuring her sin cave.
Oh, yeah.
And it was advertising a product called Vipstick. The caption said, "It's not a lube, it's so much better." And that was all the information we were given.
Okay.
So, is it a lube? Apparently not.
I've never heard of Vipstick before. No.
It sort of sounds like it would be chapstick.
I was going to say like a lip balm for your other lips. For your nether lips.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well,
Or your Vips? Is that what they're called?
I don't know. I've never
They are
heard
now.
the word Vips, but that's a
It's
good
Vipstick,
term for
right?
it now. Yep.
Anybody have any Vipstick I could borrow?
All lips are beautiful, Beckler. So, I mean,
course.
yeah, you want to...
Of course.
The
And we
top
do live in
ones
a
and the lower ones can both be chapped. We're in a very dry climate here.
traditionally dry climate, yes, typically. Very humid these days, so maybe you're not in as much need of Vipstick as normal, but...
No, it's been nice and humid, so I feel moist. That's not what I meant to say there. I mean, your skin, Jesus. Yep, there it is. It's moisturizer for your Bulbasaur.
Let's
That's
play
what that
some
is.
more
Okay.
music.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I don't know what we were doing, but I made a stupid voice recently on the show, and our producer Manning pointed it out, and he goes, "This reminds me of somebody, Man Voice Mom. Have you heard of Man Voice Mom?"
I hadn't before Manning sent me this clip.
Nope. So Man Voice Mom has a very deep voice to begin with, and then she likes to go and play pranks on people in different stores. So she'll go basically in an aisle of a store and yell in her man voice, and then everybody thinks it's a man, and they come around and they look at her and they can't figure out who in fact is making this voice. So here's her kind of normal voice. You can hear how deep it is here.
Man voice now. McDonald's.
So this one, she's going to McDonald's and she's going to order. So
Can I get 2 McChickens with heavy mayo? Hey, you got any of that lettuce that makes you...
So you can hear how this voice sounds fairly manly from the voice that she has before, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then here's another one.
Hey, buddy!
So we'll do this again, but she's now in I think it's a store. I don't know what kind of
like a
store.
Walmart or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, buddy! Hey, can you help me over here by the charcoal?
So at this point, an employee turns the corner and is looking at her,
this woman,
and trying to figure out what's going on, right? So, and then she just keeps...
Was that you? What the hell?
So she goes back to her regular voice.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. What a skill to discover that you...
Man,
discover that you have, hey?
So I was thinking about this, and I'm like, I've got a fairly low voice, and I was thinking maybe I could work on being man voice mom, and I too could do this.
Man voice Shauna,
Man voice Shauna. Hey, buddy. No, see, it's not...
Hers is amazing.
Hey, buddy. I think I could work on it. That's kind of close.
It's going to take some practice. It still sounds like a woman doing as a man's voice.
Okay.
Whereas,
hey, buddy. No, that was getting there, right? Maybe. Hey, buddy.
Whereas she sounds, man voice mom sounds like a 300-pound trucker. Right?
That's so impressive. Like, what a beautiful skill. She has millions upon millions of followers because everybody just loves the skill, obviously. So maybe if I could perfect it, I could get
are you
there.
Man voice mom?
I think I need a few more darts, maybe a little more whiskey, and then I could get there as well, right? Just
hey, buddy.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Got a message from friend of the show, Andrew, and I'll just read this to you.
Okay.
He said, so I was with my wife at a beach the other day, and we both come from sailing backgrounds, our parents. And everyone dreams about having the next big ticket thing, so we were talking about sailboats. If we ever had a windfall, I would want a big catamaran sailing yacht because they are massive inside, aren't as tippy, and super fast under sail. But my wife is super snobby and went on about how they aren't a true sailboat. Only monohull sailboats are true sailboats.
oh,
He said, could be good for your snobs bit. I didn't realize there was snobbery in the sailboating world, but of course there is.
for sure there is.
Of course there is.
Yeah, there's snobbery in all. Yeah, well, boating as a whole.
Oh, I think boating is based on snobbery.
Prime snobbery. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the ultimate testament of how much money you have if you have an obnoxious super yacht, right?
For sure. Even the speedboats around here and stuff, that's a wiener measuring contest,
For
isn't
sure, yeah. Big wieners measuring
it?
each
Boat
other all the
snobs,
time.
sailboat snobs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a catamaran? That is hardly a sailboat.
If it's not called a yacht, I'm not interested. In fact, it's correctly pronounced yacht. But you wouldn't know that.
I see your sailboat has 2 hulls. Why not just stay on land?
You think that's a boat? My boat eats that one for breakfast. Literally, there's one of those inside my yacht.
Yes, you probably don't even know the difference between a man's sail and a jib.
You Richies ain't boating until you poppin' Terry's booby bouncer. Trim that prop just right, so I'm like your old lady between the sheets. Woo!
I didn't even catch a lot of that, but I'm on board.
You've been listening to the Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Brought to you by Shane Homes. If it's your favorite, it's probably Shane Homes, Calgary's favorite home builder. See quick possessions and learn more about custom home options at shanehomes.com.
You want more? Then tune in to X Mornings with Beckler and Seanna live on Calgary's alternative, X929. Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Mountain Time at x929.ca. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and have Beckler and Seanna downloaded daily to whatever device you use. Later. This week on After Hours with Ty and Millions. In for Mariah.
Sorry for making fun of you so much this week. I feel like you've been my L-Rod.
L-Rod?
Lightning rod.
I thought you meant like L. Ron Hubbard. Who is that?
You've been my L. Ron Hubbard, the guy that invented Scientology.
After Hours with Ty and Millions. Watch the video on YouTube. Stream it wherever you get your podcasts.